Go to any supermarket in the world, and you will find a miracle of modern engineering. Every single banana looks exactly the same, tastes exactly the same, and costs almost nothing. To get it to your kitchen, it had to travel over 15,000 miles. It was kept in a state of suspended animation, frozen in time, crossing oceans in a carefully controlled metal vault. But here is the catch. Every banana you eat is a clone. They are genetically identical copies of a single plant. And right now, a microscopic killer is hunting them down. This is the story of that clone empire, the 15,000-mile cold chain, and the fungus that could wipe them all out. Unlike wild bananas, which are filled with hard, rock-like seeds, commercial bananas are seedless. They are triploid, having 3 sets of chromosomes instead of 2. Because they cannot reproduce sexually, every new plant must be hand-cut from the root of another. Today, this single variety, the Cavendish, makes up nearly 47% of all bananas grown on Earth. And in the international export market, its dominance is near absolute, accounting for 95% of the entire global trade. We harvest over 135 million tons of bananas every single year. Yet, we rely entirely on a monoculture with 0 genetic variation. This is not the first time we've built a fruit empire on a single clone. Until the mid-20th century, the undisputed king of exports was a different banana, the Gros Michel. The Gros Michel, or Big Mike, was sweeter, creamier, and had a thick rubbery skin that allowed it to be tossed onto cargo ships in open bunches without bruising. But in the late 19th century, a soil-borne fungus named Tropical Race 1 began to spread. It invaded the roots, blocked the water flow, and starved the plants from the inside out. Because the Gros Michel was a clone, it had no genetic defense. By the 1950s, the fungus had poisoned the soil of almost every major plantation. The Gros Michel was commercially dead. The industry had to pivot. They found the Cavendish, which was naturally immune to Tropical Race 1. But it was delicate and easily bruised. To ship it, the entire global supply chain had to be re-engineered. To survive the journey, the Cavendish must be harvested hard green, completely unripened and starch-filled. At this stage, its respiration is at its absolute minimum. Inside the shipping container, the temperature must be kept at exactly 13.3 degrees Celsius, not a fraction higher and not a fraction lower. Go below 12.8 degrees, and the fruit suffers chilling injury, turning grey and refusing to ripen. Go above 14 degrees, and the banana starts respiring rapidly, releasing ethylene gas that triggers a runaway chain reaction, ripening the entire cargo before it hits the port. To extend their lifespan to 4 weeks, containers use controlled atmosphere systems. Oxygen is choked down to just 2%, and carbon dioxide is raised to the same level. The fruit is chemically put to sleep. Reefer systems continuously exchange 25 cubic meters of fresh air every hour, venting out any traces of moisture and metabolic gas. When the ship finally docks, the dormant bananas are placed in sealed ripening rooms. For 24 hours, they are exposed to 100 parts per million of ethylene gas under strict heat, converting their starches into sugars just before they hit supermarket shelves. But the peace didn't last. In 1989, researchers in Taiwan identified a new strain of the fungus, Tropical Race 4, and this time, it directly attacks the Cavendish. TR4 is a ghost in the soil. It cannot be killed by chemicals, and its spores can survive in dirt for over 30 years. In August 2019, the nightmare became real. Colombia confirmed TR4 had reached Latin America, declaring a national state of emergency. Because every Cavendish in Latin America is a genetic clone, Their immune defenses are identical. If the fungus penetrates one farm, the entire continent's export industry is defenseless. Engineers are fighting back. In early 2024, Australian regulators approved QCAV4, the world's first genetically modified banana. By splicing in a gene from a wild, seed-filled banana, scientists created a Cavendish that resists TR4. Other breeders are trying traditional crossing, but because commercial bananas are seedless, it is a mathematical nightmare. Out of 10,000 hand-pollinated bananas, researchers are lucky to find a single viable seed. The banana is a triumph of cold chain logistics, but its single gene foundation is a biological ticking time bomb. The next banana you eat might taste exactly the same, but the science keeping it on our shelves is running out of time. If you want to see the hidden engineering running the modern world, subscribe. We never sleep.